Hello everyone and welcome to the New York Empoleon's Week 8 team builder of the PCL. We are here this week taking on Jetman, coach of the Australian Arcanines, and if you have not seen his content, links in the description below, go check it out. We are scheduled for a super fun thing. I have not cleared this with the commissioner, so we're just going to do it, and the permission forgiveness thing, you all know it's easier and all that. Anyway, what I'm about to do after I record this team builder is go live. You guys will not see this team builder until after the stream has been done, but I'm going to stream this battle because I want to, because why not? It is week 8 and we have a chance right here, right now, to clinch a first round bye in the playoffs. If I win this game, my week 9 battle does not matter. I will have a first or second seed and therefore will be able to go into the playoffs, not play the first week, which would be outstanding. But that's a lot of work. This is one of the best players in the league. This is a very good competitor who I have played before in very close battles, despite hacks going my way. So we are not going to take this match lightly. I do not want to just throw. I want to win this match, and I want to not have to worry next week about the possibility of me slipping all the way down to 4th seed, which is still a possibility if I don't win this match. All right. Here's the team. His team is Zeraora, Cinccino, Dracloic, Porygon Z, Heracross, Togekiss, Mamoswine, GMax, Dreadnought, Serena, Flareon, and Bronzong. And, you know, I like this team. It's a team very similar to something I would draft. It's interesting to have GMax Dreadnought with no automatic rain. I'm sure he will have rain setters if he wants it. This team has a very good rain aspect to it if he does choose to go that route. But he doesn't have automatic rain, which is good for me because it means that his Dreadnought doesn't likely get the Swift Swim boost without something setting up rain. Something setting up rain gives me a cue that that's something he's going to be going for. Rotom is going to be my first mon with Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp, and Defog. I actually really like the Will-O-Wisp this matchup. It's just super free. I mean, yeah, he has the Flareon, but when does Flareon switch into a Rotom? And also shows me that it's Flash Fire instead of Guts, which is interesting to know if he actually is Flash Fire. Otherwise, I mean, Guts is still immune to the Will-O-Wisp, but I get to know its ability and stuff. And it doesn't switch into a Rotom, let's be honest. As the rest of his team does not appreciate it. This thing can pretty easily lead. It's pretty good against his roster and just does a lot of work across the board against his roster. For me, next up, it is the debut of Sane, the Avalugg, Rapid Spin, Body Press, Curse, and Avalanche. We're going to be using Curse and Rapid Spin in a way that makes it feel like I'm running Bulk Up. Just kidding. We're not going to do that. Rapid Spin is obviously just utility, but Curse is going to be the main part of this set because Avalanche plus Body Press hits his team so hard. Body Press hitting things that the Avalanche doesn't hit as hard, like the Dreadnought. Incredibly hard, especially after a curse or two. Dreadnought will struggle to break through this thing, which is amazing. That's something I love about this, is that it is a pretty decent check to Dreadnought while G-Maxed, and can just kind of handle it at least passably well, and then do a lot of damage with the Body Press. Additionally, Body Press plus Avalanche, I mean, Dracloic, yeah, he's got a Ghost type there, but it doesn't appreciate taking an Avalanche. And then the Spin, just good depending on whether or not he chooses to bring hazards on something like the Mamoswine. Obviously, Stone Surge, GMax Stone Surge sets up the rocks, so I don't want that to be up on my side of the field for too long, so I do have access to that Spin just to get rid of those as needed. Next up is going to be Urshifu. This week, going to be rocking out with the Sucker Punch, Wicked Blow, Poison Jab, and the Drain Punch. This thing is going to be holding a Life Orb this week because I didn't really need a Scarf. The speed tier is actually fantastic. The Sucker Punch does so much work against the things that outspeed it. The Wicked Blow does so much work against the things that don't. And this thing just comes in and does work. Its HP is so much less relevant because it just hits things so hard that I don't really care if it's getting chipped down. His priority is minimal, not non-existent per se. Mamoswine's Ice Shard is obviously something I've got to keep in mind. And Zeraora gets Fake Out, which maybe this might fall into range of, but for the most part, his priority is minimal. And so the fact that this thing can Sucker Punch pretty freely or just Drain Punch gets life back and just be able to hit things incredibly hard was really, really nice. And I am running the Poison Jab. The Poison Jab this week, just for the Togekiss, because Togekiss is the one thing that like stops this from killing everything right off the bat. Life Orb can 3 KO. Life Orb Wicked Blow can 3 KO Togekiss anyway. Wicked Blow into Poison Jab can potentially 2 KO depending on how much investment he has defensively. So that's good to know and just keep in mind as I move forward in the game. Next up is my Hatterene. GMax Hatterene is just, oh, it's becoming such a a classic mon on this team. It just, you bring it, it does a thing, it gets some kills, and then you move on. Trick Room, Expanding Force, Shadow Ball, Giga Drain. Yep. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. I don't even have my main GMax move because I don't need it. I mean, yeah, Fairy's not bad for coverage against his roster. Hits a lot of things neutrally, which is kind of nice, but so does Psychic and Harder. And that's like the same things that Fairy would hit super effectively, like the Heracross. Psychic also covers, and Psychic just hits so much harder. I wanted the Shadow Ball for the Bronzong because that thing otherwise can wall this. And then I want the Giga Drain just to catch the Mamoswine and Dreadnought, which can maybe be EV to take a neutral hit pretty well. So, and then I just, obviously, Trick Room. I underspeed his entire roster. I set up a Trick Room, and then I can just G-Max and just spam moves. And that is, this thing can take like a Iron Head from a Bronzong pretty well. Definitely Gyro Ball if that is the set he's running, although I doubt it. Iron Head from Zeraora I can take comfortably, but again, flinches could be a problem if he starts going for Iron Heads and getting flinches. But if he gets a flinch right off the bat, I don't Trick Room. I just go for the G-Max and get a kill, at least one, maybe even two, because I can take the extra hit. Trick Room obviously allows me to maybe get three if I can bring this thing in at the right time. Next up is my Banded Scizor this week. Going to be rocking out with the Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Bug Bite, and Knockoff. Banded Bug Bite is just so good once Togekiss gets weakened, and if Togekiss isn't weakened, Banded Bullet Punch is basically all I need to hit his entire roster stupid hard. And if he does go Flareon, I do have the U-Turn, which can take that thing down to size. I mean, that still does like 30 to 40% to a Flareon pretty easily. Nothing really switches into this, and priority is just so good in this matchup. And obviously, I do have to watch out for that Expanding Force setting up the Psychic Terrain and then the Bullet Punch not being valid. I've screwed myself a couple of times on that, so I do have to keep that in mind. But Bullet Punch Scizor, Banded Scizor just does so much work against his roster, really pressures him and keeps him in check, and it's so nice to have just in my back pocket as the game goes along. And lastly is my Heavy Duty Boots Salazzle this week. Yeah, we're finally bringing it. It is going to be the Oblivious Dragon Dance set because I don't care. I want to bring it, and I tried to bring it once, and I thought about it, and I brought a different set, and it didn't end up working out the way I wanted it to because it was EV'd all incorrectly. So here we are bringing the Poison Jab, Fire Lash, Knockoff, D-Dance Salazzle set. We're going with that max attack. We're going with that Adamant Nature because we actually are going Jolly, but I'll explain that in a minute. We're going with that Jolly Nature because I just want this thing to be able to outspeed the Zeraora at +1 and get a D-Dance off. And look at his roster. He does not have great switch-ins to this thing. He really doesn't, especially if he's expecting it to be special and has EV'd things to take the special hits. Mamoswine does not appreciate taking a Fire Lash with a defense drop and continuing on from there. Togekiss also doesn't appreciate Fire Lash defense drop into a Poison Jab. The boots keep this thing healthy, allow me to take pretty much any one hit, go for the Dragon Dance, and be able to proceed to do damage from there. And I really think this thing has a chance to do work. Now, that's the roster this week that we are bringing. I just want to reiterate, I am live streaming this battle today, which is today when I'm recording this, not today when you're watching this. So if you're watching this on YouTube, this has already been live streamed. You'll be watching. This was not. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. The Team Builder is not live streamed. The battle will be live streamed. And if you guys want to check out any future battles that are live streamed, go to the description below where you'll find my Twitch channel, follow that, and you'll get notifications about when I go live so that you guys know if I am doing a battle or something live. But as it stands, I am super excited to bring you guys this content. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm really hoping to get this win tonight because I would love to clinch and not have to worry about it. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all back here tomorrow with that battle. Take care, everybody.